Hello and welcome to the training video looking at the ticker widget. So what is a ticker? A ticker is a way that we can have text moving on the screen. We can use multiple text entries to be able to update our customers, colleagues and visitors. To make our first ticker, we're going to start from our home page and we're going to create a new presentation or creative. Left click on the blue tab. We can now choose an existing template where we can update the information, or we can start with a blank page. For this video, we will start with a blank page. I'm going to left click on the plus symbol. It's now created a new creative or presentation for us. On the left hand side are our widgets. In the middle is our canvas, and this is what we will send to the screens. On the right hand side is the information relating to wherever we are in the process of creating our first creative. As we've just entered into it, we will automatically go onto the default creative tab. From here, we can change the name of our creative or presentation, and I'm going to call this one Ticker. Now, what we want to do is add our first ticker widget. To do this, we are going to move to the left hand side to our widgets. The first section is called Essentials, and this is where we will find the ticker widget. I can either left click on the widget and drag and drop it onto my canvas, or alternatively, I can just left click once and it will appear in the middle of my canvas. To move the location of the widget, move your cursor to the middle, press and hold down your left mouse button, and you can now move it around your canvas. Once you have it in the desired location, we can now resize it. If I move my cursor to a side or corner, the cursor would change to 2 arrows. Once we see the 2 arrows, press and hold your left mouse button, keep it pressed down and move it across the screen. We can now make it any shape and any size we would like it. Now we've got the widget in the correct location, we can start to populate the ticker widget with our information. If we move to the right hand side, we have now changed the ticker information. I'm going to click on the plus symbol because I'm adding a ticker entry. We're going to give it a title, which we're going to call Increased Sales. I'm then going to move to the text section and I'm going to paste some information in there. I'm now going to click OK, and we have our first entry into our ticker widget. We're now going to add a second one, so we're going to repeat the process. We're going to move to the right hand side, click on the plus symbol. We're going to give it a title, and this one's going to be Customer Experience. I'm going to paste some information into the text box and click OK. You will notice that some of the text is going outside of the widget. Don't worry about this because a ticker will be moving, so it will be scrolling up the screen, so we will get to see all of the text entries that we add. I'm going to make one more, so we're going to follow the same steps. We're going to move to the right hand side, click on the plus symbol, give it a title, and this time I'm going to call it Brand Awareness. I'm going to paste some information into the text body and then click OK. This last entry we can't see at all, but we will do in a moment. If we move to the right hand side, we can see our 3 bits of information. We can change the order of them by clicking on the one we would like to move and then using the up and down arrows to change the order that they will appear. If you want to delete out a section, click on the section you would like to delete and then click on the bin. If you want to edit a section, click on the one you would like to edit until it's highlighted blue, then left click onto the pencil and I can now amend the text. Once I'm finished, click OK. On the right hand side, we have got a play button. So if I press the play button, it will give me a preview of what it would look like once published. If you find the ticker is too slow or too fast, we can amend the speed by moving down to the display section. 10 is the default speed, so if I want it to be quicker, I can either overtype or use the up and down arrows. I can then check it by pressing the play button. We can change the direction from up, down, left and right. This is normally dictated to by the language that the ticker information is put into. So if it's English, it's going to be up the screen or left. So it's going to travel to the left hand side. The reason for this is in English, we always read starting at the top left hand corner of a page and moving to the bottom right hand corner. If your language is used to reading in the opposite direction, for example Chinese, where you start at the bottom right hand corner of a page and work your way up to the top left hand corner, you would need to use the down and the right tab. We can change the order of information, so we can have the title come after the body of text if we wanted to do so. To do this, move to title and we're going to change it to after. So we now have the body of text followed by the title. I'm going to change it back to before. Spacing is referring to the amount of lines between the different sections. So the default is 2, but if I change that to 10, click outside, we can see that there is a large gap between the first section and the middle section. I'm now going to change that back to 2. Now I can change what the text looks like. So if I click on the title format, so this is referring to where it says increase sales, customer experience. If I left click, it enables me to change the font. I can change the size of the text if I wanted to. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I can change the color of the text. I can either use the color palette or I can type in the color hex code if I wanted to. Once you're finished, simply click OK. I can now add italic, bold or underline to my text, and I can change the positioning within the box if I wanted to, so my alignment. Once I'm happy, I can click OK, and I can now do the same for the body of text. Like that, slightly bigger, and this time we're going to go with a blue. Once you're finished, don't forget to preview to see what it would look like. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video on how to create a ticker.